Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena, playing this time on the account that's wealthy enough to continue throwing money into Premier drafts. And I like Neon Dynasty, and the last Premier draft went well. Like, how could this go wrong? Let me just make sure I have the draft guide open in case I need to consult it, although I don't think I did last time. Oh, I double checked that like Bankbuster is insane, I guess. That's true. And look at that, it is insane. I don't think I mentioned. I mentioned it in like the video description of that video. Maybe I mentioned it in Zendikar, one of the Zendikar drafts. But I played that whole draft with 2 Reckoner Bankbusters under the false belief that artifact summoning sickness meant I couldn't tap it for cards the turn that I played it. But like artifacts don't get summoning sickness. Arena just like because it expects a vehicle might turn into a creature, it like paints the summoning sickness overlay on top of vehicles, even if they're not crewed yet, so that you know, oh, if you crew it, it'll be summoning sick. But as long as it's not a creature, it's not summoning sick. So you actually can, like if you have 4 mana, play Bankbuster, tap Bankbuster. I somehow, because the deck was gross, got to 6 wins not knowing that. Here's hoping we have an opportunity to make that mistake again, right? 2 Bankbusters is good news. Eater of Virtue is pretty solid. Reinforced Ronin's okay. Don't really want anything but the Eater of Virtue here, right? I mean, it's not... It's... Yeah, okay. It's listed here as good as Michiko and Toshiro, Life of Toshiro, so I'll take it. Reinforced Ronin is not close. Skyscraper, I think, is not very good either. Yeah, all right. Just give me the rare. I don't even know what deck this goes into. Like any deck, kind of, right? I mean, I think Malfunction is fine. No, it says horrible. Okay. Flame Discharge is good though. Yes, pretty solid. Azusa is not that great. Guidebot, not that great either. So we're probably taking the Flame Discharge. The lands are pretty solid, but this is just a nice removal spell. Being in the red-black artifacts deck would be pretty nice, I think. And that's kind of what this... I mean, I don't know. Modified technically is like red-green, but nobody plays red-green, right? And artifacts technically is red-blue, but like, wouldn't you just play red-black where you have Anvil and a bunch of other good artifacts? The blue artifacts are not that exciting. I mean, sure, some of them are, but... Asari Captain, I mean, I guess I could. But it is not the best card here. Maybe Twisted Embrace? I think. I mean, Modern Age is good. Specialist is good, but yeah. It likes Twisted Embrace best of all these as well, and it fits nicely in the kind of red-black idea. But taking blue cards here could not be very wrong. These are both fine. The Centipede is fine. Any signals here? Not really. I mean, the fact that Season of Renewal is still here and Norika is still here might suggest enchantments are a little bit open. But I think I'll just take like one of the black creatures. Ambusher's pretty solid. Infiltrator's pretty solid. They're both kind of ninja flavored cards. Maybe this one a little bit less than the other. Infiltrator is fine. Ambusher is fine. I'm not going to take like Wanderer's Intervention. Blade Blesser I think is not that good. Yeah. It probably wants me to take Norika, but I don't know. I'm taking Norika actually. Keep my options open. This could be a somewhat open color combo. Gloom Shrieker is quite strong. if you have any way to recur it, like, for example, Norika. It's got to be pretty high on this list, right? Yeah, really high. The fact that nobody's taken this in 4 cards is somewhat telling, I think, and we should definitely go for it. All right, there's a fade here. That's good. Terrarium's fine as well. Lethal Exploit is not that good, I think. Yeah. I mean, Azusa's is supposedly the best in these, you know, as a first pick. I mean, I don't know, sure. It's just like a decent creature. Bamboo Grove Archer's alright. I think it's my pick here. Synthesizer is quite good as well. It's a little surprising this is still going, but... well, I don't know. I mean, I could take it, but I like Bamboo Grove Archer. You know, is red open? It doesn't seem like it. This is the first, like, really good red card I've seen, so maybe this pack just had several good red cards, and this is the last one still in it. Whoa! Okay. That, I mean, well... it's really just another synthesizer, right? Gift of Wrath is okay. I think I'd rather just have a Tamiyo Safekeeping. Oh, and here's my first pack. Grafted Growth is fine. If we end up, you know, wanting to run a couple more colors. Like splash a white card or in a black deck or something. Still not sure. We might be in a white deck. We might be in a black deck. That green-black land we saw in like pick 5 or 6, didn't we? So, because it was in the same pack as this guy. In principle, it might still wheel, although it's obviously unlikely. Shrine Steward can fish up Twisted Embrace, but I think it's better to just grab a board clear for a color that I might be in. Another Archer? I mean, like, the Chainflail Centipede is okay. Reckoner's Bargain is okay. Maybe I should diversify a little. Centipede modifies... and works well on Menace, which I might be able to get with this guy and Eater of Virtue. No thanks. Well, I don't know. I guess if I were going to take anything, this would be better. It's a warrior with flying, which are kind of appealing for the Eater of Virtue and Norika. I mean, there's basically no way we get the green-black land back, right? Now that I think about it. I don't know which... okay, here it is. We did it. How on earth did that make it to, like, third to last? There's... here, you can have this red card. That's got to be evidence that no one is playing green-black. Sokenzan is... I don't know. It just makes 2 1/1s. It's not... I mean, it's fine if you want a mountain, but I don't really. I just have this 1 red card that's not really worth splashing. Assassin's Ink is quite good, even though I'm not going to have that many enchantments. Artifacts, rather. And, I mean, what else would be good? Master's Rebuke, maybe? Ninja's Kunai? I think we take the Ink over that, and we look like we're kind of slotting into green-blue. Haven't really gotten any reinforcements for our white or red cards yet, so maybe toss them in the garbage. Did I say green-blue? I meant green-black. Yep. Assassin's Ink. The Black Shrine? No, a Season of Renewal. Season of Renewal is so good. I have so many cards that want to be renewed. Master Seshiro's okay. I don't have many artifacts. Is it just one, or do I have two? Oh yes, the Centipede is an artifact. So I could take Kami of Terrible Secrets. It's not incredible yet, but it might become good eventually. Same with Master Seshiro, but just give me the Kami, I guess. Well, I'm not sure. Maybe it would be nice to have something a bit heavier, because right now I have just, mostly 3 drops. It would be nice to add a 5. And the Kami won't trigger that often, unless I get more artifacts, which I'll probably get a few, but... black is kind of artifacts and enchantments, and green is just enchantments, so we're not going to have that many artifacts in the deck, probably. But, I mean, we do have the Grafted Growth, so we could end up running, like, some off-color stuff. That's horrible. Enormous Energy Blade is just, like, not very good. It's really expensive in that you have to pay a lot of mana to equip it, and then you also, can't even use it very conveniently. I mean, I could take the Anvil if I were going to splash red, maybe? But I think Careful Cultivation is just fine in most green decks. Thrilled to have a Reckoner raid. I don't think I have any way to discard, right? Well, okay, I can channel something, but Containment Construct is going to have to be someone else's card. There's a bike, but I think Shrine Steward is probably the play, right? This isn't that much of a bike deck. Whereas we have already 2 good artifacts, I think? 3. Twisted Embrace, Grafted Growth, and Careful Cultivation. Yeah, Shrine Steward should be good. Just a flyer, I guess? Kunai's alright. But I'd rather have some evasive damage, I think. No thanks to that. Kaito's Pursuit is not very good. I don't have many ninjas or rogues, do I? 1 ninja, no rogues. So I think we take the Ambusher, which is solid if you have a way to ninjutsu it, and kind of okay otherwise. At the moment, it doesn't look like I have ways to ninjutsu it, but an advantage that it has is if you can ninjutsu the Gloom Shrieker back into hand and re-trigger that effect, then it doesn't even matter if the Ambusher was good to ninjutsu. Kunai's fine. Right. Sometimes ninjutsu activates good effects on the ninjutsu cards themselves. For example, Moon Circuit Hacker. But it also works if you have something that you want to be able to get back into your hand. I don't know. Apprentice. Mostly black now, right? Nope, 8 and 8. Okay, not very good at quickly judging which colors are dominating, huh? Oh no, the packs are all on my left. Okay. Can't imagine I want this. Well, the Energy Blade is still here. Oh man, whoever's playing red is having a good day. I mean, I'm not expecting to run this, but I guess I'll put it in for now. You Already Dead is fine, I think. Another Bamboo Grove Archer is fine. I'll pass that island along. Nashi, I mean, I don't think it's that good, right? The Black Shrine might be better. I mean, I don't know. It's quite good if it gets in. I guess I'll take it. What does the draft guide think of Nashi? It says Nashi is very good. Fine. All right, while we're thinking here, let's start cutting stuff. I think we can get rid of the Energy Blade. It's just not very good. Maybe Master Seshiro could go, but no, actually I think the Centipede isn't really doing much for me. Ooh, Tribute to Harobi. That's a difficult card. Because if it works, it's insane. But it just sometimes doesn't. Harobi. Am I bad at typing? Haroshi? Horobi. You know, the draft guide claims it's very good. Okay, it's fun and like probably not awful, but there's tons of good stuff in this pack, right? Twisted Embrace, Fade, Black Shrine, those are all fine. Good even. Jukai Preserver is fine. Might be nice to have something a bit heavier. Mana value right now 2.6. Yeah. Harmonious Emergence is not my favorite. Bike could be an activator for my ninjutsu cards, actually. I have a few of them. Oh, but the point is, I don't know. I only have one that I really want to, like... Actually, I don't know. Would have taken some more time on that one if I weren't playing timed. Fade is obviously better than the 4-drop there. I just don't like Long Reach of Night. It's so slow and it doesn't always do anything. Could grab a ninja here. I think that's fine. A heavy ninja? I don't know. I think I'd rather have another ambusher. Another Gloom Shrieker is incredible. Don't really need another Grafted Growth. I guess Return to Action could be okay, but I probably will not run it. All right, we got some time to think here. So the point of taking all the ninjas mostly is to get to replay stuff like Gloom Shrieker or a Saga or whatever. This ninja specifically like wants to be ninjutsu'd, but most of the ones I'm taking just to like let them bounce other cards that want to be bounced. Not this one, for example. This is not a Saga you're happy to bounce. You want the creature. You Already Dead is probably not that good here, honestly. Reckoner's Bargain is fine. Nice little trick when they try to kill your thing. But I just don't have a lot of ways to like do a small amount of damage to a creature, I think. I don't really think we need Grafted Growth either. We're not really ramping to anything. I don't really want to splash any of the red or white stuff, except maybe Norika would be really kind of cool to splash. You know, maybe I could also cut Careful Cultivation, the one I already have. I don't think I'm running 2 of them, right? Don't think I'm running 3 archers either, so it doesn't really matter what I pick here. Boy, we could run like we have a whole playset of Reckoner Shakedowns. I guess it's only 2. It felt like I took about 9 of them. Reason my last pick is just a land, right? So, yeah, sort of lost track. Yeah, 15 is coming up. The kunai doesn't seem all that great. And I think we wanted to cut one of these archers. They're fine, but... Okay, return to action. Actually, return to action is kind of nice for like sagas and stuff. Anything that wants to be bounced and so on. Malicious Malfunction, I think, will be fairly good. I don't know. Almost all of my stuff would be killed by Malicious Malfunction. But you play it in cases where you don't have stuff. Because if you have stuff, you don't really need to clear the board. Average mana cost 2.8, so 17 seems fine. I have plenty of auras, right? I mean, I took out a couple, I think. There's still 2. But they're like Careful Cultivation, which is one of the cards I'm thinking of cutting. And then also Twisted Embrace, which I'm certainly not cutting. So if I cut Careful Cultivation, then I would probably want to cut the Shrine Steward, and that would get me to 40. Yeah, let's do that. And, I don't know. We have some value in cards like Gloom Shrieker and Tribute to Hirobi. And Sword of Eater of Virtue. And we want to get, like, tempo with our earlier stuff. I think the 2-drops are doing a good job of that. Coiling Stalker is a little questionable. It's more of a value card because its job is to bounce Gloom Shrieker. Nashi is, I don't know, kind of a tempo card, sort of. Ambusher is some of both, right? You bounce something and you get lifelink back. Let's play this. I don't know, how bad could it be? Very bad, it could be, but I'm not sure. It doesn't seem like a horrible deck. It seems like it should lose to most aggro decks, though. You know, maybe I get lucky enough and run out my Bamboo Grove Archers early. And I get something in that can ninjutsu out the Mukotai Ambusher for extra life would be nice. But you're usually not that comfortable attacking such a deck in order to ninjutsu. Maybe you would be if you were getting lifelink out of it. A little slow, huh? Can't play any creatures until turn 4? But I have the Malfunction to kind of catch up. I guess I'll give it a try. Oh, permanent you control. You can actually aim it at a land. That's kind of funny. Wow. That's a really the best draw I could have gotten on turn 2, probably. Playing against black. Could be black-blue? Black-blue is popular. Well, we don't know. We do know they just drew this, because they would have played it last turn if they had it. Sort of was hoping for a land at some point. I was just checking whether you can aim Tamiyo Safekeeping at something and then use Bargain to draw from it. You can, but the thing will still die. Alright, black-white. Kind of need another land. Or a playable creature. What I don't want is another very expensive creature. Fine. This is not what I would have asked for. I mean, I could hang on to it, I guess, and use Reckoner's Bargain when they attack. but I would sort of prefer just Tamio safekeeping when they attack, so... And that way I have enough archers out to block this thing when it comes in. I guess double block, why not? In case they have some smallish trick. I'm happy enough to trade Tamio's safekeeping for their 3-drop. You know, you want to get some insane value out of it by saving your giant creature or whatever. Actually, I guess with Malicious Malfunction in hand, I could have maybe chosen to take the damage. Let's make the Preserver itself a 4/4. Ah, or, I suppose, if I were planning to ninjutsu this, I might consider buffing an archer instead. That seems fine. No guarantee I'll be able to ninjutsu, but buffing an archer is also okay. A beetle. Oh, it's such a good Malicious Malfunction. And I can wait a turn to play it until their Saga comes into play. So we're just going to put this out here and then pass. See what they want to do. And Indestructible isn't going to help against this because it's -2/-2, so they're 0/0. So also, if they would die, they're exiled. So there's two reasons that making something indestructible won't help. What would be a good draw here? Maybe Swamp? Okay. It's too bad they didn't play another thing that dies to this, but I'll take what I can get, I suppose. This is just unbelievable. I don't think there's any reason to play this. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If I draw a land next turn, actually, I might want to, like, ninjutsu this and then play this again, for which I would want all 6 lands. But, I mean, that shrine is scary. They can eventually just build up enough things that... Oh, never mind. I think Twisted Embrace on the shrine is pretty great. Which of my creatures do I put it on, though? Either of these might end up getting ninjutsu'd, and I would be reasonably happy, right? I could put it on an archer, but that seems crazy. I want to attack. I'm not really that keen to bounce either of them, really. guess the Preserver is pretty good to bounce. This one, not so much. It's cheaper to replay, but it's basically just a very slow 3-3. You don't get a lot of benefit from playing it again, whereas this, at least you get a counter. All right, got him down to 20. Oh, I can turn on the music again. We're not playing Zendikar. Arresting my 4/4? That seems fine. Shouldn't you put it on this one and then maybe attacked? I don't know. Alright, I attack. And return to action should be a pretty good one if you block. Although they have the Anvil, I guess. But that only happens during your turn. So they don't really want to sack it. They will if I play this, I guess. So wait a minute. What's actually happening if I play... This is an artifact, right? Yeah. If I play return to action here, then they're going to say, oh, never mind. I'll bounce this, right? Or they'll kill it. And what'll happen is I'll still have this, but we'll have traded some life. So I guess this is still fine, playing it as like a really bad Tamiyo's safekeeping. Because instead of gaining life with it, I'm losing life. But at least they're not getting a 1/1 back. I'm not really losing life, right? They could have done that at any time. They just wouldn't have done it here. Wanderer's Intervention or something? No. Well, I mean, they have a hand. That's something I don't have. But I have a lot of board, and they don't have any. Okay, that's one way to remedy that situation for yourself. Draw that 6th mana, and then play Imperial Oath. Still, my creatures are good enough to take care of this board sort of okay, right? I don't know, maybe not, actually. I can trade my 4/3 for a 1/1 and a 2/2. And then I can trade my 3/3 for a 2/2, which leaves them with a 2/2 and me with nothing, so that's not so great. Ugh, if I'd had that a little bit sooner, I could have ninjutsu'd it instead of the ninja, and that would have been great. As it is... I'm not sure what the plan is. Attack with everything, bluffing a combat trick? Doesn't seem very good, right? I think just sit back and wait for something to happen. The problem is they like scryed a bunch, so they're going to start getting good cards. Yeah, I don't actually have any good attacks. And just playing this out, I don't think is very good either. I mean, that creature is a great blocker. And it's not an enchantment either, right? It's a human, an ogre, sure. I don't think playing either of these helps much. Yeah. They're eventually, like, I don't know. I need, like, an infiltrator or something, right? Do I have other flyers? I don't remember. Gloomshrieker? Would that be good? Probably. Well, maybe not. I don't have any permanents in my graveyard. I wonder if they're going to just blow up the Brute Suit to start the Anvil chain, or if they're going to try and use it as a creature. It doesn't seem that great to attack with, but it's not horrible either. Okay. Like, I can just block with a 3/3 if they attack. That's fine. I guess they're going to, because otherwise they would have activated the Anvil. I don't know. Maybe they just want it as a blocker for my stuff? That card's whatever. Oh, I guess it turns on the Anvil. I see. I take it back. It's actually pretty good. But it's going to take a long time for them to kill me with Anvil. I'm not worried about that. Should have tapped the frog instead so that this was untapped, of course, but not a big deal. I'm blocking with this because I don't anticipate being able to ninjutsu it, and I might value reach in the future. Plus, it's a nice permanent to bring back with Gloomshrieker. Okay, Assassin's Ink on the 5/5? I mean, sure? I could blow up their only artifact, but that seems nuts. I don't see any need to play this right now. The 5/5 is whatever, right? Even if this were dead, I don't have any good attacks, so... And they don't have good attacks either. So I'm saving this for when there's an actual threat out there. Really? Okay. That's interesting. I mean, obviously they have some combat trick. I'm hoping that Assassin's Ink is enough to combat it. Or maybe they really want to ninjutsu something? We'll see what this is about. Sure. I don't think they have another ninjutsu card. So I can just kill whatever they give lifelink and death touch to, which I assume will be the 5/5, right? If they have another ninjutsu card, this is a really bad play. But I think they don't. They would have tried to do this earlier. So they got in for 7. I healed for 4. No big deal. You could have attacked with this as well, right? Obviously not this one, but the one before it was before you anviled it. Alright, I'm happy to fade the Anvil. I mean, am I? How much do I care about all this life gain? The damage is not that great. And the life they're gaining is not that much either. So I could just let it go and save this for more important removal. Like removal of something important, that is. But I don't even know that what they play would necessarily be an artifact or enchantment. I'm just going to fade the Anvil. I'm not in love with that play. And still pass. Slow, grindy game where I'm grinding by doing nothing. Thanks, Bamboo Grove Archers. Would really welcome like a Jukai Preserver, or sorry, a Gloom Shrieker though, for the Jukai Preserver and whatever. Just gonna play that out. Fine. I'm hanging on to my ninjas. If they attack with everything, I do have fairly good blocks. So I still don't think there's any need to play the Stalker. I mean, it's not like the Stalker is amazing as a ninja creature, really. Unless they like somehow allow me to attack with a Gloom Shrieker, which seems unthinkable at this point. I guess I could just play this. Just have a better blocker in case they attack with, you know, something. Right, like it's a good blocker of a 3/2, for example. Alright, good card. Sort of. Not sure how relevant it is right now. I mean, if they attack with only one 3/2, obviously I just like want to block it with my 4/4. But if they attack with two of them, I might choose to block. I might choose to trade with one creature to stop them getting a ninja value, maybe. Both players still at 20 life. 17 cards left, so, I mean, I don't think I've drawn a single card, right? So we must be on like turn 16, right? Because you start with 7 cards on turn 1. Okay, Eater of Virtue is something cool. Now it can copy like all the typical keyword abilities, but of course not not Defender, thank goodness. I mean, this isn't any good right now, except that I can put it on like my 4/3, and then if this ever gets traded, I can give a lot of things lifelink. But a 6/3 is pretty whatever. It just means it's going to take a long, long time to kill me if they ever start to get a board advantage. Even if they get a board advantage, I should say. Because I can like start chumping with giant lifelinkers. I'm gonna keep playing lands. We're gonna hit that flyer in the deck. I've got one in there somewhere. And when I have it, I'm gonna be happy to have like 10 mana to pump it more. All right, that's how much mana do they have? 8. So that can be as much as a 4/5. All right, I'm moving the knife over to this guy. Not the knife, though. I guess it's a katana, right? That's no problem. Although it does scry them, I guess. Why are they looking at those creatures? I don't like that. I mean, they could attack with that as a 3/4. I would still trade. Although in that case, I would wish I had put the sword here and not have to trade, but then they wouldn't be attacking. So, and it just means the Eater of Virtue can give anything reach, which would be nice. Okay, Gloom Shrieker. My only permanent is Jukai Preserver. Which I'm happy to pick back up. I'm just not sure where to put the counter, or, for that matter, where to leave the Eater of Virtue. Because it seems like a 5/5 reach is really nice. In that this can't kill it. And I could maybe, like, put a counter on this guy, or the Eater of Virtue on this guy, then. So that I can get many large creatures with menace. That gives me something to attack with. I should leave it over here, actually, right? In case they kill something. This is so cheap to equip next turn. I'm gonna like undo. Put it over here, just in case they decide to kill this somehow. Right. This is the creature they seem most likely to kill, and if they do, at least I get reach on the Eater of Virtue. Oh, also it doesn't work on the Gloom Shrieker. Because when the equipped creature dies, exile it. This creature doesn't die. It's exiled instead. Card exiled with Eater of Virtue. Yeah, so it won't apply the menace here. Okay, I'm glad I realized that. I don't know. Maybe in that case I should have put the reach on my 3/3. Fine. They're kind of close to decking. I mean, closer than I am anyway, since I don't run any draw. Okay. It actually came to pass that they destroyed the large one, and now I can give everything reach. And they can't even get in with the Infiltrator this turn, because they don't have enough mana to pump it even once. And I don't think they have any creatures that really want to attack into my board either. I think we'll just give the Preserver. Or, I don't know, actually. Let's play out an Ambusher. Just a small one. They still only have, what, 9 mana? And they've scryed a fair amount, too. I bet some of the cards at the bottom of their deck are lands. I haven't paid attention to how much they've been bottoming. But this is now a Reach Lifelinker. With 5 power, so that seems good. They can trade for it, but I don't care. They can even if they want, wait a minute. It becomes a 5/6. I was thinking a 4/5 for some reason. I should have put it on this one. Okay, mistakes were made. Alright, you can get in once. My fault. Reckoner Raid is fine, nothing incredible, but it would let me actually give stuff. No, these don't die either. Oh yeah, they do. They actually die. They don't have anything that says exile it when it dies. Okay. It's looking like I'll probably just win by decking them. Right? 7 cards left? Like, I don't know. If they draw any more threats, it would have to be a pretty big one, wouldn't it? Okay, I accept. You have some trick here, or... Even if you do, it wouldn't be the end of the world for me. Manual tapping for some reason. It's a little interesting. I wonder what they're trying to keep open. That requires triple black and triple white. But doesn't require any red. They just want me to know they don't have anything red? What is... Why are you still... Hello? Oh, Selfless Samurai to save it. Sure. But now I just get giant lifelink reach creatures. So it really does say when it does die, exile it. It doesn't say when it would die, exile it instead. It's when it does die. And this says it when it would die, don't. So it really doesn't work. You can't get Menace that way. Still, I think this is as good a creature as any to put the thing on. Right, combining it with my 3/3 to make a 7-4? Oh, this guy doesn't have much toughness, huh? Actually, let's put it over here. I take it back. I'm very indecisive about this. This is a little bit scary now, though, because if I block with both of these, then I no longer have 2 reach creatures. And so if they can somehow get like another infiltrator or keep this one alive, then the 1 reach creature that I'm getting out of Eater of Virtue won't be enough, right? Although I think I have enough creatures that I could just chump until they run out of cards, maybe? What's that all about? Trying to get some use out of their little dudes for some reason? They must have some pump spell, I guess. What do these cards have in common that makes them good to attack with, but not like this? Not even their first strike. Well, okay. I mean, I don't know. I guess what they have in common is that most of them can kill one of my creatures, I guess? I don't really mind the 1-for-1 trade, though. On these cards. Like, let's see what happens here. I'm not gonna... Actually... I'd rather risk that than risk my real reach creature. Plus, this gains me a bunch of life. Maybe I just, like, tricked myself into getting You Are Already Deaded, but I don't think that matters much. I mean, it matters a little. They could start getting in actual damage if most of my stuff died, I think. I see. What those had in common is that they were creature types that Farewell could deal with. That's a problem. But lots of good cards still in the deck. Lots of life to work with. So I could have held on to, like, my ninja if I'd realized. This is not one of the good cards. I mean, do I just play my 3-2 out and chump a 2 or trade with a 2-2? I guess I do. But I'm going to start taking a beating now, right? Like 10 damage a turn? Oh, they can actually triple pump this. It's 12 a turn, isn't it? Now that they've got another land. Okay, well, we need an answer pretty quick. They have enough cards to win, certainly. So I am going to have to compete on life total. They even exiled my graveyard. What are you doing? Are you just going to activate that 3 times? It's the same weird, like, manual tap for the first one, and then they, like, auto-tap the second time for some reason. It's kind of funny, actually, that the white-black deck, whose theme is, like, artifacts and enchantments, is going to beat me by, like, having the only non-artifact, non-enchantment creatures alive at the time that they farewelled. Yeah, see, now they're just auto-tapping. It's like, what the hell? Maybe they just wanted to make sure that the red was tapped for some reason, but you could just tap red and then click the creature if you wanted to do that. You don't have to manually pay for all 4 mana. And also, if they're going to pay this 4 times, they're tapping everything. So the auto-tap, like, really would have been fine. I still have an Infiltrator somewhere in the deck. That would be the kind of answer that I need. I think it would be fast enough. Yeah, there they go. Just tapping out after, like, manually clicking mana and then thinking for hours. Alright, this sucks by itself, but better to play it than not, I think. So that I get a 5/5 out in a bit, assuming I can survive 1 more turn after this, which I can't unless I draw something important. Actually, there might not be a draw anymore that works. Because I can't block any 2 of these, and I can't really block that. Yeah, okay. Well, you got me. Long game where it felt like, I don't know. I mean, obviously, Farewell is an insane card. It's listed in the draft guide as, I think, like, number 2 best card. Yeah, number 2. You know, I guess I played into it a little. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I actually still don't totally understand why opponent attacked the way they did. Those 3 creatures? It's not like those were their only artifacts or enchantments. They blew up their own dog. They blew up some other stuff. Were they trying to, like, make it look less obvious? If they had attacked with only artifacts and enchantments, I would have twigged on to the idea? Maybe. Let me just double check that the deck really does have an Infiltrator. And, I mean, having both Gloomshriekers near the bottom was kind of sad, but... Oh yeah, that's right. Tribute to Hirobi. Wouldn't have been very good at the end there, huh? Stalker was junk. Oh, Season of Renewal, I guess wouldn't have been good either because I wasn't losing any creatures. But I could have started attacking with stuff maybe and then picked it back up or something. I don't know. If we were going to have a lot more games like that, I would take an enormous Energy Blade. Although, it wouldn't have been that great. I didn't need more power, I needed more toughness. You know, I could take another Archer, or I could take a Careful Cultivation as, like, a potential Aura, even. But I don't think that game is what's going to happen every time. I don't know. I'll just keep playing with what I have. Fine. I don't have a swamp to pay for Reckoner's Bargain, but you don't really want to pay for Reckoner's Bargain that early anyway. I mean, I don't know. I guess the deck also doesn't really do anything. With the hand, anyway. They don't have any creatures. But we'll top deck one. Don't you worry. See? Just like that. All you have to do is ask, and then also pretend that a swamp is a creature. Well, this works on artifacts. Oh. Blue, green, black mirror, except they have creatures. Yeah, that's fine. You can go with that. I could fade that. It's not incredible value, but it's better than doing nothing. Oh, come on. I'm 1 mana short of the Seshiro as well. Okay. But, I mean, I guess I have a creature here now. And as soon as I draw a mana, I can make this Vigilant, which would be really nice. And, oh, sorry. Give it more toughness and also Vigilant. Nope, okay. Well, Season of Renewal, I guess. Oh no, it got exiled! Oh no. Okay, but I will still equip this. I keep, like, screwing myself with this exile, and, like, the Eater of Virtue and Season of Renewal is a big ol' nombo, huh? Okay. Oops. There's a Master Seshiro here. This thing can't attack, but it's a good blocker now for everything except their Death Toucher. Oh my god. They can draw, like, for free, practically. I think I'm actually going to take the sword off. Wait, is that a thing you can do? No, you have to target a creature. It only works with Reconfigure, not with equipment. I mean, I could sack the sword if I had to. Doesn't seem like a great play. God, they're going to give this lifelink as well. I'm just going to die in a sec. Now drawing is free. I don't know, maybe I was wrong to keep this hand? Okay, so they get to take my Fade. And there's nothing I can do about it. They also get to look through my hand and deck, but at least I don't have any more Fades for them to take out. We're gonna die very, very soon. Oh, I thought they didn't have... Oh, this guy has the mana. I see. Well... It doesn't even work to target this. Yeah, this is hopeless. I mean, I guess I need to sack the Eater of Virtue, right? hard to see how this wins still. Like, attack with all is probably lethal. Oh, that'll do, yeah. Alright, well, let's kill something at least. There you go. I just got absolutely run over by the one Blade Blesser, but also, like, I just didn't play anything, so I would have gotten run over by anything. The Eater of Virtue kind of really sucked. I know it's a good card. I guess, like, I had not previously appreciated how bad it is in, like, green. But I think it's still good. Right? It was like the only thing keeping me alive in the previous game. And I don't think it really contributed to my downfall here. It just, like, didn't help. Like, yeah, Azusa was exiled instead of being killed, and so I couldn't return it from the graveyard. A, should have just, like, not let that happen by not equipping it. And B, Azusa wouldn't have helped anyway, right? Well, it would have helped, but I would have lost still. Boba the Fett. This is fine. I have a 2-drop and some removal, and I guess a safekeeping is something. Not incredible or anything. Red, white. That's supposedly artifacts. No, it's samurai. Right. But, I don't know. Am I just, like, the only one bad enough to play 2 lands in this format? Two colors, I mean? I know there's lots of fixing, but I wasn't getting a lot of cards I wanted in other colors, I don't think. You are a legendary creature, huh? But not an enchantment or artifact. It's a bad card, right? It is. You are not supposed to run this. Oh, I should have played a forest instead of a swamp. Oops, I didn't think it mattered, but it kind of does. Oh, I can play both. Right. Good job, Azusa. You know, if it's gonna be good in this game because my deck doesn't do anything, but it's not a card you're supposed to run. You know, if you get to actually play it on turn 3 and then pour out more samurais, I'm sure it's great. Hate fading this stupid thing. Okay. They're playing the samurai deck. It's bad, but they're, you know, way better than me. So who am I to complain? I mean, I can't block, so I may as well just attack. That's not true. I could block by putting Tamiyo's safekeeping on. Okay, that's how we can kill Ishin, I guess. Assuming they don't have any other tricks in hand. Okay, that doesn't do anything at the moment. And they're tapped out. I assume they're attacking here? But not with the high value creature. I'll kill this one, and then they don't have a way to keep tapping my 4/4 anymore. So many lands! But any more samurai that... Yeah, okay, great, hilarious, very funny, fuck you. Like, what am I supposed to do? I've drawn 7, 8, 9 lands out of 14 cards? 5 spells total? Including the 4 I kept in my opening hand? This is just unplayable. May as well attack with this, it's not blocking. Oh, you can equip this to 2 different things with your trigger. Incredible. I don't know why they're bothering to tap both of them. Okay, Twisted Embrace is something. Are we killing Isshin here? I think so, right? I don't know. The Subduer might actually be more important because it's tapping me, and tapping even one creature is a I think if I made the 3/2 into a 4/3, they wouldn't really have any very good attacks that tap only once. And once they finally kill something, I'm going to Season of Renewal it all back. And Ishin's not an artifact, thank goodness. Are you for fucking real? What the hell is this? This is a deck with like nothing but samurai. Which, great, I guess that's what you're supposed to build. But it like also has the big samurai activators? Like all of them? Okay, I'm just playing out a lifelinker, I guess. To chump with. This isn't, like, you're not supposed to get a draw this good with the samurai deck. Right? It's... And double Isshin. Okay, fine. I guess if you have, like, 2 of them and you draw them both really early, it could be pretty cool. I'm never playing Magic again. Oh, really? What's your trick? Why do you want this to trade? Finally, I can use my 9 mana. This has Death Touch. I mean, what am I putting the Embrace on? Probably the Lifelinker, right? The problem is that's the thing they're going to want to tap. But I guess that's okay. No, they also want to tap the 4/4. I need to gain some life while all this is happening. Okay, fine. They still get to tap 2 things. But it's only 2. So I'll have a couple left to block with. And I don't think they have any good ways to take advantage of that. Sure, that seems fair. Why not just like run a 4/4 flyer as well? They're going to tap the 2/1 and the Lifelinker, I guess? The 2/1 and the Reach creature. Well, I have only one play that doesn't immediately lose the game, so there it is. I guess they figure the Reach creature isn't really doing anything here. Wrong? Well, no, it isn't, because they can just tap it when they attack. They can tap everything I have. It's like I'm not even playing this game. Well, I don't know why I'm still here. We drew some kind of cool plays, but just like nothing could compete against your creatures are never allowed to block. Yeah, most frustrated I've been in a game of Magic in a long time. And it's also just like frustrating to have a draft go badly. I guess I built a bad deck. I never drew some of the like good pieces, I guess. Right? I never got that Inkrise Infiltrator, even in the one game where it would have mattered. Even when I was very deep in the deck. I only drew one Gloom Shrieker once. The Malicious Malfunction was really good. There was something else in here. Tribute to Hirobi, my like potential card draw advantage thing. Never really did it. Never made an appearance. I mean, the Mukotai Ambushers were not bad, even though they were just like they got to ninjutsu once. The lifelink was really important, and I just never. I don't know. My creature's not beefy enough. I don't think so. I think the problem was that I didn't have a good like opening ever. You would think the Bamboo Grove Archers would have helped with that. The Ninja sucked. I could have cut the Ninja, I guess. Run another Bamboo Grove Archer. I don't know. I hate this game, and that's all there is to say. There's my 50 gems. Okay, well, back to Zendikar Rising, I guess. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.